Hey, so how to maximize the accounting business model and your income without overworking yourself. So these are lessons I've learned from running my six-figure accounting firm since 2015. Yeah, so I made a lot of mistakes. I've done some good things. I've done some bad things. Done a lot more bad things than I've done good. But at the end of the day, I've made six figures per year since about 2017. 2016 was we were kind of going up towards that zone. But yeah, so it's been a pretty rewarding journey thus far. So also, if you want some help growing your business, like maybe you've been watching some of my videos and it's like you know there's a proven path to growing an accounting or a bookkeeping business. It's just you don't know what that path is and you want help going and reaching your goal, go ahead and click the link inside the description either above or below the video to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our program. So let's attack this thing. So number one, how to prevent overworking yourself. So, and what I've kind of had happen to me is anytime that I do too much of one thing, I tend to get very, very irritable. So anytime if I do like just all accounting work for the entire day, or if there's a day where I do like a million consultation calls only, or if I have to do a bunch of like marketing related stuff all in one day, I generally tend to feel a little bit more irritable and just a little bit more annoyed. And if that goes over an extended period of time, I generally tend to get a little bit burned out. Now, for me, my ideal day has a mix of sales, marketing, and client delivery. Because it allows me to be able to split up my day, spread my time around, and just really have more relaxation that goes on, and it's just a much more enjoyable kind of thing. I also like being able to watch I watch at least an hour a day of like learning content like on YouTube and stuff, just different like videos, different interviews, just different things I'm always able to like pick up new stuff on. So I like having 4 activities, and then I have like the personal life stuff, cooking stuff. Different errands, different things I go on. I like going to the grocery store at least for like 20 minutes a day, almost every day. Now that used to be a bad habit when I first got started, because I would do it because I just didn't want to do any like sales and marketing activities. Nowadays I do it because it's relaxation and allows me to do more activities. So it's just like today I got my hair cut and then I went to the grocery store, picked up a couple things and came back and I was ready to go and ready to attack. Right, it's just very, very cool when you kind of like have a mixture of your day, especially like right now it's summertime in Michigan, so I like being able to have a lot of variety in the day so I can really grow and do what I need to do inside of our businesses. Another thing is like when it comes to like mixing activities, becoming more effective with the time you have. Most people are starting this, like the business is not the only thing you have going on. You probably have a job, you probably have a family. Right? If you don't have either one of those, you need to be attacking as hard as you possibly can with the time you do have. Because once you do, start either having a job or when you start having like a family, your time does become a lot. It becomes a lot less, and the time that you do have, you might have less energy to give to what you have. So while you have the time, while you have the energy, make sure you're batching content. So like this, I film every single time that I sit down to film one video, I film anywhere between 2 to 4 videos at a time. Every single time. Doesn't take me much time. Takes me probably like 30 minutes, and there's a way you can like have 2 videos being filmed at the exact same time. So I like really utilizing that as well. But that's kind of the main thing, right? So it's like when I do have the time, I want to make sure I use it, and like especially because you don't know, like maybe there's gonna be a time where you get sick, right? Or maybe you can't talk. Like I couldn't talk for the last like 5 days without getting into like a coughing fit, right? So I had 40 videos kind of ready and waiting to go in case something either happened or I just didn't want to make a video for a little while. So I'm always having the stuff just kind of like there. Next thing, so when having a business or when having a job versus like having a full-time business, you're gonna have different levels of time management. In my opinion, it's actually easier to run a business with 3 hours of your day than it is to run it with 8 hours of your day. The reason why is because the less time you have, the more efficient you become with that time. Most people, if they have a huge amount of time, they don't really know how to use that, right? So most people have is like as soon as they like leave their job, they end up having like 40, 50 hours worth of time they could like spend on the business, but then they get even less done than when they were actually working. It's very strange, especially because like most people, whenever they're at home, they kind of have, places in their house that are more for home stuff. Like I know some people where it's like they can't work at their dinner table, right? Like if it's at the dinner table, they just literally can't work. And I'm just like, that's a big weakness, you know what I mean? Because like, you have to have perfect conditions in order to do something. It's just not going to work. Like, I know people where it's like they have to clean up every single time before they can do any work. Their workspace has to be immaculate. If you ever look at some of my workspaces, like my workspace is actually pretty clean right now. I like to clean it off at the beginning of the week. Not that I have to, because like I really don't care. But just to make things like more organized, I like doing that. But it's like I do it like maybe like once a week, and then my thought process when it comes to like certain cleaning tasks is if you just don't get it dirty, you don't have to clean it as often, I know that sounds crazy, but it's just my thought. Like if I never get my desk dirty, all I have to do is just wipe it down at the beginning of the week with like some sanitizing wipes, just to kind of make sure that any like residual germs are like off of there, and then we're good. In my former years when it came to, and this is even something that's important too, right? Really understanding how do you think. So I'm the type of person, if I have paper, I throw it inside of a bin. I have like a little bin next to my desk that has all of my different tracking sheets, just everything just inside of it. And that way I don't have to throw stuff on the floor. I used to throw papers on the floor, and like this whole office would just be like papers and just random stuff, right? So it's just like just getting better at knowing who you are, knowing like what your styles are of like learning and like just organization will really help you, right? Because that will help save a lot of your time. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to watch someone waste a good like 30 minutes of their day because they have to like do a bunch of like micro cleaning and micro tasks. Just get lost in your work, then clean afterwards, or clean during your personal time. Don't clean during business time. That's really the thing that people struggle with, right? Because that is the thing. It's okay. I'm not saying it's a clean. I'm saying everything has a time and a place. When it's time to work, work. When it's time to clean, clean, right? If you could, maybe just make your time to clean like early in the morning before you have to actually go to sit down to work, right? Because it just attacks you. Now, the only exception to that rule is if cleaning up relaxes you. So I know some students in our mentorship program, they've actually used cleaning before their consultation calls to kind of relax them so that they actually do a good job on their consultation calls. I've never gotten relaxation from cleaning. That's not true. I got relaxation from like mowing the lawn, right? I don't really do it very often because I have a lawn mowing company that comes and does it, but just one of those things where it can relax you. So that's the only difference. This step is mainly about like just know who you are, know like what kind of personality, just know everything about yourself, and that's gonna make it so much easier to kind of live and just navigate the world. Cool. Next thing. So if you're going to be running your business full time, make sure, just like we have the cleaning to relax, make sure you have some sort of relaxation time thrown in. So whether that's going to get a massage, whether it's if your gym has a hydro massage, if that's working out, if that's going dancing, you need to be able to break your day up like in the middle of your day so that you can actually just stay relaxed, stay loose, and then go. The way I like to break up my days, I like doing marketing stuff, which is like my most creative stuff, and then I go in and work out for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, right? Generally under that, I like to stay about like an hour and a half in total from like when I leave my door to when I get back. It's about an hour and a half. Right after that, then I'll have a little micro lunch, and then I just get started with whatever I gotta do, So it's all about learning yourself and learning like your schedule. Next thing is gonna be about team versus no team. So understanding like kind of do you want to have a team or should you not want to have a team, right? Of course, the less team members you have, the more you need to lean into consulting type services. So it's like tax planning in addition to your accounting and bookkeeping, right? Because with your accounting and bookkeeping, there can come a cap. It's a very high cap. Like I've seen some people manage as much as like $40,000 a month in cash from their bookkeeping business by themselves. So like I've seen it happen. Would I want that to do that myself? No. And that's probably like, what is that, 80, 70? It's like anywhere between like 60 to 70 hours per week, right? So it just kind of depends. For me, I work about that many hours. I mean, what I used to work would be 7 to about 8 every single day, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's not because I had to, but it's because I liked it. Like I wasn't even considering like the first 3 hours of my day work. I was just making marketing contents, making blogs. I was talking to potential clients. So it was actually kind of fun back in the day, right? Nowadays I don't spend quite as much time just because I don't need to, and I've really optimized my business and like team around me, right? Which kind of goes to team versus no team. I'm a person that likes having team, even if that means that my profit margins drop down a little bit. A lot of people don't want to have a team because they feel their profit margins are going to drop down, and they want to keep as much profit as possible. So it just kind of depends on you and like where you are. I value time a little more than I value like profits and stuff like that. So that's why I've opted to have a team, and it just makes things so much easier because a business doesn't have to rely just on me. When you're 0 to like 6 figures, you want to rely on you because you know you can trust yourself. But as you start getting past there and you just don't want to spend as much time in the business, like maybe you want to do another business, maybe you want to go and just relax, maybe you're using this as like a miniature retirement, that's when having like really more of the team makes the most sense, because then you can go about enjoying your life even more than what you already are, right? Because a business on its own will give you the time freedom, but it's like I want to have total freedom and not even have to like do anything in my life, right? And that's why I started this business. That's why I had the team, right? That's why it's like on the weeks and the days where I don't do anything, like I do nothing, don't talk to my team, don't get sales calls, we still make money. It's because of the fact that our team is very highly trained and a really, really, really profitable system in place, and just makes it very simple for us to go and grow. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. If you want some help doing this stuff on your own, or if you want some help doing this stuff and you're tired of doing it on your own, go ahead and click the link inside the description either above below the video to book a call with myself to see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day.